Facebook, what's up? Matthew Loop here, best-selling author of Social Media Made Me Rich. Here's how it can do the same for you. And I'm super pumped today because I want to share with you one of the most valuable pieces of information I've probably ever learned, and it deals with guest blogging or getting your content indexed on different guest blogs, how to land these venture opportunities. So if you're just joining us now, thank you so much. I'm glad that you're here with me today. I'm super pumped because tomorrow I'm flying to San Diego to speak at the CCA convention at Paradise Point. So if you're out that way, make sure we connect in sunny San Diego. I'm kind of bummed though because I'm only going to be out there for 23 hours. So make sure we connect. I speak Friday morning at the CCA convention if you're out that way. So let's get into it. Hey, if you're hearing this right now, let me know. Thumb it up. Show some love. Give me some likes. Show me you're listening. How do you land profitable guest blogging opportunities that multiply your influence? But let's first talk about why you'd want to do this. And the first aspect, one, is it builds relationships with other bloggers in the area and networking professionals in your community. You could take this on a local level. Let's say if you're a chiropractor or attorney or real estate professional watching this, or you can take this if you have a product or services that goes and services an international market. Builds relationships. So if you submit a guest blog to a publication and they pick it up, well, other writers and bloggers may see your content, and then if you provide enough value, then they look at you as a valuable resource. Bloggers are always looking for great new content for their websites, and if you can deliver that, well, you're going to be known in that circle. You're going to get a great reputation. So that's the first thing, is guest blogging builds relationships. Number two is it's actually good for search engine rankings. Everyone's talking about how to rank higher on Google, and one of the tried and true ways to rank your content higher on Google is to get links from authority-based websites. So if you get a guest blogging opportunity from what Google deems an authority-based website in your community or in your niche, that will in turn elevate your search engine ranking for your website because you get to leave your own link to your personal blog, to your website or property afterward. This is a really big deal. So it is good for search engine rankings. The number three reason why guest blogging is, it's good for your business and brand is because you get the credibility by association, and it opens you up to an entirely new following of fresh subscribers. I mean, think about it. If you landed a guest blogging opportunity in a local newspaper on a regular basis, how many readers does that local newspaper have every single day, every single week? And granted, many newspapers are on the out, but I'm just using this for an example. You're probably going to get a large amount of just feedback, and you're going to expose yourself to a new audience. And this is a big deal, and another benefit why guest blogging is so powerful. Plus, like I said, if you connect with an influencer in your industry, well, then you get the credibility of association by that person. Remember, celebrity is credibility, like I talk about in my book. So how do you land these opportunities? Well, the first way is simply going online and searching your keyword phrase, guest blog. So for example, if you're here in Atlanta and you're looking for guest blogs in Atlanta because maybe you have a practice or business in the city, you could easily search Atlanta guest blog, or Atlanta submit article, or Atlanta submission guidelines. What that will do is that'll bring back in the Google search pretty much every website property that has that in it. So, naturally, many bloggers have guest blogging submission pages. So all we're doing is tapping into those keywords that are already on their pages. So if you were to type in, let's say, Atlanta guest blog submissions in quotation marks, or Atlanta submit article, Atlanta guest blog, you're going to pull back many resources and websites where you can submit your own blog. The same thing if you have a product or service that services an international market. Let's say you teach how to potty German Shepherds, just as an example. You could literally type in German Shepherd guest blog in quotation marks, or German Shepherd submit article, German Shepherd submission guidelines, etc. I think you get the idea, and I talk about this in my book, Social Media Made Me Rich, so make sure you grab a copy so you can go more in depth with that. That's one way to find these guest blogging opportunities. Another way is to start going to live events in your community, whether that's locally or whether that's, again, if you have a product or service that goes and services the masses, start going to live events. That's where the big deals are done. If you want to make a lot of money, create a lot of influence, and do what many people are not doing, you're going to go to live events. I can't tell you how many opportunities have risen up out of these live events where I'm at a seminar and connecting with an influencer or just a friend of a friend, and then we go to the bar and have a drink, or we go have lunch together or something like that. That's where you get to look in someone's eyes face to face. They get a sense of who you are. It's just such a powerful way to connect that way. So that's another big way to land these joint venture / guest blogging opportunities. So hey, listen, if you're just tuning in right now, make sure you watch this video because there's powerful insight on how you can build your influence, your impact, and your monthly income by using guest blogging as a way to do so. And by the way, when I say guest blogging, I'm not always referring to writing different types of content. You can submit videos to some of these websites as well. So just an FYI, if you're finding value from this, thumb it up, like it, show me you're listening. And certainly if you have any questions, post below. Trey, Liz, Patricia, hey, thanks for joining. Good to see you guys. Hopefully you're doing well. But yes, use guest blogging to your advantage. It's a very little known art and science that you can still boost your impact and connect with industry influencers in your space. It's and sometimes, you still want to go after the major influencers, but don't necessarily negate people that have smaller followings into the thousands. Now, I've seen actually people come out of totally obscurity and land, big JV deals, big guest blogging opportunities, and then have tens of thousands of followers after, if you connect with the right one. But sometimes that can be like winning the lottery. So you might have to start a little bit smaller in smaller communities before you eventually get a big reputation for someone that delivers value in this space, and then certainly you go and you land these big fishes. But nonetheless, get started today, because this is, it's one of the few strategies that I feel that there aren't a lot of people that are using because they're preoccupied with just doing the latest and greatest trick and gimmick online. So anyway, hope you're having a fantastic day. Post any comments or questions below. Guest blogging, it's very powerful. For more insight, download Social Media Made Me Rich, the first 6 chapters for free at socialmediamademerich.com/gifts. And then certainly grab a copy of the book. It will change your life if you implement the strategies and tactics revealed in there. They're not fly-by-night. They're proven to work for the world's highest paid internet entrepreneurs, and they will work for you if you're consistent and you implement regularly. Talk to you soon. Ciao.